Hey guys, so welcome to the fourth installment of my weekly training recaps. And once again, we're going to start off with bench. So I had a really mixed week. Fatigue was super fucking high, and I was able to deal with it for the most part. Here I am warming up on bench as usual. Bench was moving really great. I think my arch is feeling a lot better. I'm able to feel a really good amount of back tightness, so I'm really happy with that. Um, this is the biggest bench single I've taken in I think about 2 to 3 cycles, through 2 to 3 blocks. So I took 125 kilos, which is 275 pounds. Here I'm setting up on the bench, and we'll see exactly how it moves. Um, I'm pretty happy with it, especially because I had two of these, and I felt really good taking my time and setting up correctly. And you see right there, it flies. I mean, pops up right out of my chest, and lockout is really solid. No complaints. It's moved just as well it has in the past with but now the only thing different is a third bench day. So yeah, really had to psych myself up though. So here I am taking 105 for a set of 6, and it moved extremely well. I've taken 102 and a half for a set of 11 or 12. So this was expected, but I was really happy with that. I actually 100 kilos has felt like a brick for the past couple of weeks, but it has been getting better, so I'm really happy with that. I did back downs with 100 kilos, 2 more sets of 6, and it felt really good. Nothing to complain about. A little bit better than average performance, but it was really important that I performed well this week. So here we're getting to our accessories. Same old. I tried to up the weight on the T-bar rows though, because I've been doing like 75 pounds. I did like 75 pounds last week, so I really want to up it to, 95 here. Not that much of a difference, but they moved well. I had 4 sets of 12, just like I do on most of my back accessories. Followed up with some lat pull downs, and then I had some side laterals as usual, and some tricep push downs. Um, Moved really well. I also upped the weight here on the lat pull downs just to get some sort of progression, really focusing on that squeeze. I could have slowed these down here, but I was just really amped up, and I felt really good about it. I was really trying to stretch my lats out, really feel the protraction, and then retract my scapula as I pulled. Felt really good. So jumping into day 2, that's my SPD day, which is on Thursdays, and I'm warming up. Squat has been feeling phenomenal. I think I've been really focusing on bracing, and it's really helped me stay tight and keep the position I want. I feel like back tightness is better than ever. Vertical elbow drives feels great. I actually feel super comfortable in the hole now. I feel like once I get to the bottom of the hole, I have this pop, and I can really just fly out of there. I don't think my sticking point is really the hole anymore. So this was my last warm-up, 170 kilos, flew. This is like a routine 6 type of single now, but I took 177.5 kilos, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it moved here, especially because it's really under a lot of fatigue. I think I wore my belt too tight on this, so I wasn't able to get the same stiffness as I wanted to, but it felt really good. The main highlight of this training week was this. I had 3 sets of 5, 160 kilos, which is a huge PR for me. We've really been pushing these sets of 5, and it's really starting to pay off. They moved super well. Yeah, they were hard as fuck, but they were about like an RPE 8. I was really happy with that. I think the slower squat descent and the focus on the back tension has really helped me, and positioning looks great here. I think my squat is really technically sound at the moment. Really upright, really sitting into the hole. No, like barely any knee cave. Like I think I'm just really happy with how it moved. But however, that brings me to the fuck ton of fatigue I've been feeling. And when we get to Sunday's portion of the workout, you'll see that, because Delos really suffered because of this, and it's been kind of frustrating just because I've been working on tech work, and I really wanted to pull some heavy shit, but I wasn't able to. But here's my last set of 5 on squats with 160, and they all moved at about the same RPE. This one felt a little harder. I still feel like I could have gotten 2 more reps theoretically. But yeah, I mean, overall happy with that. That is a big PR for me, and I cannot complain. Anyway, after this, we have bench work. This is my secondary bench portion of the workout. And 117 and a half kilos single. I could have done 120. I didn't want to. I was fatigued. But you can see here how tight my arch is looking. I'm really maximizing on keeping my back tight so I could get a smaller range of motion. And I think things are looking good. Um, Back down triples with 100 kilos, negligible, but still solid rep work. These are all quality reps. Just really focusing on the technique, and I think it really shows here. Leg drive feels really good. Back tightness feels good. And yeah, just reiterating everything I've been trying to do. So here I'm warming up for deadlift. I had 4 sets of pause singles. So here I wasn't pausing, but that's because it was a warm up. But yeah, this really pull my chest through type situation and using a tiny bit of leg drive to get the tension out of the bar has been really helping me. This is my first single here, and I noticed progressively since we've been pushing it on squat, deads have suffered a little bit, especially because we're getting heavier, and it moved okay. All of these moved okay, but I really just wish I could keep the pause a little bit longer, and that's just something I'll have to work on in the future. But overall, I'm pretty happy. This is about the weight I would use for pause singles before I did all my tech rehab. So all in all, I feel pretty good. So yeah. So now we're getting to third bench day. So these are my Fridays. I have tempo bench 330, which should be changing up soon. But instead of 97 and a half kilos, we did 100. Felt really good. They all looked really solid. I think this bench day is now really clicking because it's taking me a while to get used to, and we're at the point where I can actually progress on this now instead of just sticking with 95, 97 and a half kilos. The 4 sets of doubles really help instead of having 3 sets of triple. I think it's a lot better to do the doubles just because I could really focus on the tempo and the pause if I have less reps, which sounds kind of lame, but it's really been benefiting me. You can see here that I'm really slowing down the descent and just really taking that pause and counting it out. It used to be really hard to do tempo, so it's actually really good to see that there is a progression. Even though the weight hasn't changed much, the technique and the sticking to the variation is a progression itself, and really that's all I could ask for. So yeah, it's looking all in well, and after this next set, we're gonna get to my Sunday session, which is my secondary squat day and my main deadlift day. Here, I recall being super fatigued on Friday, but nothing too crazy. I was able to do the tempo just because the weight's not crazy and the sets and reps aren't nuts. But that fatigue I was feeling here really, really carried over onto Sunday. After Thursday's session and Friday's session, I just really felt shitty today, man. And it sucks to say, but that's just how it was. Other than that, though, I actually did PR on squat today, which is cool. I had a pause single. This is a warm-up with 150 kilos, flies. And then I had a top single with 160 kilos on a pause squat. And I really got comfortable, like, fully making my body rigid and breathing and bracing. Stayed comfortable in the hole. I just popped out. And that felt really good, especially with everything I did on Thursday. So, yeah. Now I have 3 sets of back downs with 135 kilos for triples. Average work, it actually felt kind of hard today just because of all the fatigue I've been carrying. These triples felt negligible last week, but with slightly less weight. But, with 2.5 kilos or 5 kilos added, like, they felt really hard this week just because of fatigue. And that's just going to get me to, I'm going to talk about deadlift while the rest of the sets play. But yeah, we've been working on deadlift for the past 3 months on technique-wise, and I think we finally hammer it down. But it was really discouraging because today I did not hit the single I was programmed to hit, which is pretty disappointing. I actually, I pulled one of my warm-ups and it moved at like an RP 10, and it just really told me that I think this is the most fatigue I've been, and I think that the work capacity that we have built for deadlift is not there anymore because we've been working with, you know, the super light percentages for the past like 3 cycles because of deadlift rehab. So I guess it was kind of stupid of me to like expect that I would hit 210 kilos. Um, but it's okay. I mean, we're gonna take this deload. Hopefully, I'll recover up, and then we're gonna be good to ramp it up soon because we are maxing out in 5 weeks. So here I'm warming up on deadlift. You're gonna see that top single soon. I just didn't feel that pop, and I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but normally when I pull the slack out of the bar here, it actually floats on 2 reds, but it wasn't. I actually felt really good positioning wise, but then like when I initiated the pull, I didn't feel that extra umph that like really gets the pull started. Like obviously everything moves well here, but 3 reds should be like moving like the bar for me. This is 190, and you'll see in a second that it moves super slow. 195 is gonna come up in a second, and yeah, after that I had back downs, and they moved okay. I'm kind of disappointed, but we'll work harder next week. The video will be longer next week, and I have more ideas to put in. So thank you guys for watching. Peace.